1 minute early.
We're live, but we're early, so we're just gonna stare at you.
I'm going to stare at you.
Oh, I have my name tag on.
Well, how else do you know who you are? If you don't have your name tag on.
Well, I've got you guys to tell me.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome again, I guess, or not.
Woo.
It's not really sure how it goes.
This is episode 10.
Episode 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So cool.
With the bonus 0.
I know.
episode.
Next week we're gonna take our shoes off to count how many episodes.
I go higher than this, but luckily I got toes.
Yep. Once we get to episode 20, though, things get awkward.
Awkward. Anyway, I'm Philip.
I'm Tommy.
Welcome to RCX UnPHILtered, where we constantly go off the rail and we have no idea what we're doing. But at least we're consistent for 10 episodes that we have no idea what we're doing.
That is true. This is the first week that Tess has not come to me and been like, "Hey, what are you guys going to talk about tonight?" And I'll be like, "I don't know."
That's
And
why
then-
I haven't
And then
said
she's
anything.
like, "Okay." Tonight, she was just like, "Whatever."
Whatever.
It's going to be.
Yeah, we have once again we have nothing. We just kind of go with it, move on. So, but
Right.
that's
I read some comics. I watched some TV.
see.
Napped a bit.
I read a comic. I finally read the comic from last week, which was the Adventures of Superman.
Oh yeah, the John Kent book.
So yeah,
Yeah.
which actually is probably so. I haven't read any of the other Superman stuff, not the other John Kent stuff.
Yeah, I honestly didn't either. We sold out of the first couple issues before I had a chance to read them, and then I was like, I'll read them eventually, and I still haven't gotten around to it.
And it had really I love the writer, but it's Superman family. I don't really.
You know, I feel the same. Like typically Superman, it's like God comes to Earth and does stuff. It's not a thing that resonates with me, but this current Gregory. This current crop of super books has a very down to earth, like family vibe to it. So I'm digging it.
And if you don't agree that John is the best Superman, then you should read this issue.
Yeah.
This issue will prove that John's the best Superman.
His interaction with Val Zod.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's so good.
And I do like his new suit.
I do too. All of their new suits.
All their
Like
new
the whole
suits.
super family got like an upgrade in their costumes. And I think they all look great.
Supergirl has the leather jacket. I like the
Yeah.
leather jacket.
Yeah. I mean, Connor seems to be more of like a throwback. Like there's some tweaks to it, but it's very much like the 90s, like jacket, sleeveless
not.
jacket kind of thing. Like I enjoyed the jeans and t-shirt Connor look, but you know.
The black shirt, the
Yeah.
vest. So,
Hi, Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. What do you mean? Who is it?
I don't know who Jacqueline is.
No.
She's your French identical twin, clearly.
Clearly.
Oh,
My
oh,
also.
oh, Jacqueline. Oh, Jacques Cousteau and other French words.
Fries, toast.
No, that's
Oh, is that,
fries are yeah.
that's the only French that I know.
They're fritters.
The chips.
I thought that was British.
That's British.
Okay, yeah, that's not French.
Okay. Change this
Okay. Oh, now we gotta do British stuff. Oh my God,
I don't think so.
Big Ben.
Quick, say
words?
every British word you know.
Well, there's a whole English language that they gave us.
Every word we say.
The only British words I know are Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield. That's it. That's all I know.
How
Good
about
job.
the tea?
The tea? No, we dumped that in the British Harbor, or Boston Harbor. British Harbor.
The British Harbor.
I know history. All right, this is the second fastest we've gone off the rails.
I did see a thing the other day where somebody goes, why do they pronounce it British?
Mhm.
And somebody came back and goes, well, after that whole revolution thing, we got really good at hiding our teeth. So it was funny. Look at that's fair. That'll work.
Yep.
Now you all know why it's called unfiltered.
Yep.
Because we have no idea.
I mean, unfiltered.
Unfiltered. You and I
Did I
and no one else is going to get that.
Man, I made a dumb joke in here earlier, and they were silent. But we had one of our regulars in here, Lorenzo.
Hey, he
And
laughed.
he was digging through, and he was like, "Yeah," and got a chuckle. And I was like, "At least somebody understands." Yeah.
It's always like the whole Captain America thing. Hey, I got that.
Yeah, I understood that.
Yeah.
I usually don't get his joke.
That's okay. We just make jokes for each other.
We
The-
do.
If the rest of you laugh, cool. If not, it's fine.
Yeah, if not, Google it. I mean, it still won't be funny, but
Yeah, if Philip's not here, I make jokes to entertain me. If other people laugh, cool.
cool. Yeah. If not,
Yeah.
What can you expect? Neanderthals. All right, let's talk about the lost Superman.
All right, he got lost.
Lost.
All right, so
So this isn't the airplane crash on an island. This is a different.
this is a different lost.
Oh,
Yeah.
I figured that Superman was coming to save them. Finally,
Nope.
no. Oh, well, never mind then.
No, this there's a really cute opening scene with Clark and Lois where they're just kind of at home doing stuff. And like she's working on a story and he's trying to fix a toaster, and it's honestly adorable. And then he gets a call and like he has to leave and go do a thing, and then he comes back and he's just like staring off into space. And that's when the flashback starts, basically, that explains that he's been gone for 20 years.
Say it isn't so.
Like he left and came back within like 2 minutes. And Lois is like, "Oh, you got back really fast." And he's like, "Actually, no." So this book, like most books like this, the first issue is all set up. We understand the threat he was dealing with. Bruce shows up to like tell Lois, "Hey, sorry, we lost your husband." And then like Clark is just standing there. It's Christopher Priest, so you know the writing's solid. I'm not 100% sold on the way Lois is characterized in this. She seems angrier than she normally is, but again, it's first issue, a lot of setup, so I'm hoping. Anyway, I the book overall very solid. I am looking forward to the second issue.
And we have the one in, is it the 1 in 50 of this?
Maybe.
I think it's a 1 in 50 of this, the chromium.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
foil.
chromium of the foil of this,
yeah.
this cover. It's really pretty.
It is very pretty. Yeah.
So that's a pretty book.
Yeah.
Here, that goes over there. Here, let's pick another pretty book.
Ooh, Last Barbarians. Yeah. First issue, very much like solid D&D, like me and my friends around a table telling a story. This is much the same. I very much am enjoying this book. There's still a bunch of elements happening that they're not explaining, which I enjoy. They're like everything's kind of unfolding as you.
Yeah.
The main characters in the book are learning information at the same time that we are, which I like that storytelling element.
Yeah, and
it's pretty.
Brian Hamberlin does that a lot. Like
Yeah.
he kind of did that with Hellcat too.
Yeah.
He does his book. Well, he did Hellcat that way, which he's doing this way too.
Mhm.
It's like it's a mystery.
Yeah.
So everyone's learning at the same time. So nobody knows more than you.
And there's like a super shady guy who's like, "I'm going to hire some adventurers. We're going to go save my grandson." And then a few minutes later, he's like, "My nephew." And they're like, "What?" He's like, "Don't worry about it. I'm old." It's fine. Like literally, he was like, "I'm just old. I forget things."
And then on to the most surprising book
Yep.
of the year so far.
That this wraps up the Gold Goblin miniseries. And I read the first issue, like a lot of things. I was like, I'm going to hate read this book and then not talk about it ever again. And I ended up really enjoying it. Like Norman's struggling. He's going through some stuff. So I missed out on a couple story arcs in Spider-Man, so I did not know the genesis of this, but they have done a very good job of explaining.
That's a different book.
Robert Crumb. They've done a very good job of explaining how we got to this point, like what happened to Norman, what the Queen Goblin is, and what her role is in all of this. And there was like a mystery going on for a couple issues in Amazing Spider-Man, and then throughout this, that honestly, fantastic read. It's Cantwell. Like we have kind of jumped on the Cantwell train where like
No, we haven't jumped on it.
All right, he's been on it for a while. I have recently jumped on the Cantwell train.
Let's be fair. I've been on the Cantwell train for a while.
That is true. You
I
have.
have
He's been telling me for about a year and a half that you got to read this, and I'm like, oh, I'll get to it.
I haven't read anything that he's written that has not been excellent. I haven't read the Doom series yet, but everyone told me it's excellent. But it was a Doom series. So.
I did read the Doom series before I knew Chris Cantwell as a writer, and it was great. There's a current Namor series that's wrapping up soon that he's writing that I had no intention to read because it's Namor, and
yeah, but I wasn't going to read it either. But is Cantwell writing?
Yeah,
so
so
probably. And he's got Hellcat came out this week.
Yes,
which I haven't read yet, but it is also Cantwell.
I was in the middle of reading it, and
then y'all interrupted.
I ran out of time. It's
actually Tess interrupted.
Yeah,
she told us to come do this.
She beat me up.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Don't tell her I told you.
Was that the whole putting her in a box thing conversation?
Oh yeah. We may have a boxing video soon. It's like an unboxing video, but we're gonna see if we can fit Tess in a tiny area.
Tess says that she wants to try to fit into the Wonder Woman box.
Gregory said I should.
Oh my god.
Well, we don't usually listen to Gregory. Yeah, it's not what we normally do.
In a shocking turn of events, Philip's pick this week is a Terry Moore book. Who could have foreseen such a thing?
So finally, we get the first 5 issues are done. So we get this nice little trade of volume 1, all wrapped up. So if you want to get into Terry's spy stories, and I guess in some ways, if you've read his other stuff, it helps. But actually, you don't really have to get in his other stuff to get in this. It's kind of like Serial. Yep. Serial was pretty much open. So most of his books other than 5 years and SIP 25 have been pretty much open to an end. And this is the same way. It's got some of the characters, but it's really more back into the Parker girls and the spy side of that. So
there's definitely some like subtext and some things that if you've read Strangers in Paradise will add to the story. But I feel like this is one, much like Motor Girl, you could go in and read it with no other context whatsoever. And the story is fantastic all on its own without any knowledge of prior Terryverse stuff.
But please have tissue if you go in to read Motor Girl.
I don't think I've read it.
Huh? You didn't
Jacqueline
cry?
said she didn't cry, which leads me to believe she is a robot.
I'm not sure, did I? I cry at everything.
Well, I'm gonna say, yeah, I would imagine. Maybe not cry, but there's some tough parts in Motor Girl.
There are. Motor Girl deals a lot with PTSD and being a combat veteran. And
I didn't cry at Motor Girl, but that stupid Bluey episode.
Apparently,
He's
Philip
talking about himself, by the way, not me.
Philip has recently discovered Bluey because of who?
It was Katie Cook.
Katie Cook.
Katie Cook. Well, I guess because Katie Cook has kids, and so I guess she's watching Bluey with her kids, and she made a post about, hey, this episode is rough. Not rough, but basically this is how they're going to determine if you're a robot or not in the future. So we immediately went last night and watched this one episode of Bluey. So I'm in. I'm all in on Bluey now. Yeah. So I'm going to go watch the 100 and something episodes. But they're only 9-minute episodes, right?
We very recently, like in the last month or so, started carrying all the Bluey books. And we've had to restock them basically every couple of days. It is crazy how much kids love this book.
Because it's good. So we got some variant comments coming out this week. See?
Yep. They're very ants. So this is my pick of the week. It's Gail Simone writing Jessica Jones, and then more versions of Jessica Jones. It's kind of like Spider-Verse, but specifically Jessica Jones related.
Yeah, I'll show the back cover.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're a Gail Simone fan, which I'm a huge fan, I'm also a Jessica Jones fan. Alias was one of those books I absolutely loved. She was my favorite of the Netflix series. So like two things that I absolutely love came together in a perfect package. So anyway, there's a lot of layers. There's a lot going on in this book.
Layers.
But highly recommend it.
Yes.
It's very good. Trade comes out
Tomorrow.
Yep.
When does this trade come out? Tommy?
What day is it?
When is
Are
this
we?
come?
Am I awake? I don't even know.
You haven't read Dark Ride yet.
I read the first issue. I haven't read the rest of it, but the first issue was wild.
So it's not my pick of the week because of Parker Girls, but it probably would be close because I'm not I don't really do horror at all, but some of these books have been fun. And so basically the premise of this is this guy like really loved horror stuff. And then he was like, I could do this. So he made a deal with a demon years ago to create an amusement park. So that's what this is. And then now you jump years later, he's become like a shut-in doing really weird things, and his son and daughter are taking over, and they obviously hate each other. And then this ends up being like a murder mystery because, hey, someone died at the amusement park. Who knew? So
it definitely feels, the issue that I read felt somewhat inspired by Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Except for there's no dog and
No,
Shaggy,
but just like
Shaggy doesn't live.
haunted amusement park. Come on. Like the only other thing it needs is some old guy who's trying to do some real estate shenanigans. And it's basically a Scooby-Doo episode.
Here, those go there. That's your stack. That's my stack. It's a stack.
We have
Stack of
stacked it.
books.
We have in fact stacked it.
Woo.
We did a thing,
So proud. Literally one person is watching.
which is you.
Yeah, it might be me.
Yeah, I've noticed, and I'm like, man,
Right?
I wonder if the time change has thrown everyone off.
Probably.
It did. It
Probably.
threw Phoebe off the other night. I got there, and the clock on the oven said 7:15, but it was 8:15, and it just threw her all
Wow.
off.
Yeah, I posted to everything.
Yeah,
I
it's fine.
can't- But I'm sorry.
No, it
I'm
was daylight.
failing.
Yeah, people are still outside.
People
'cause they
still
can see.
outside because they can see.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's just going to be us at this time every week because we're not changing to 8 o'clock because we want to go home.
Yeah, I'm an old man. It's too late for me. Like I fell asleep last night at like 7:30.
Well, this means I have to drive home past my bedtime or my sofa time.
Yeah.
I'm
We
not
can-
drunk.
We can't get Jacqueline to say anything. Say something.
Something.
Good job.
Say
Ah.
something, I'm giving up on you.
So if you haven't, also, I guess we could talk a little bit about, because we're going to do other video on this eventually, but we'll talk a little bit about Free Comic Book Day because we've been working heavily on trying to get Free Comic Book Day going. Tess has been napping during this whole thing, so we're not really sure what she's up to.
You'll see.
during-
Surprise.
That's what they
You
all
I'm
say.
doing? What? I'm working on my bracket.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're working on that, and if you hit our social medias for all the Free Comic Book Day stuff coming up, you'll probably be seeing a lot of duplicate posts because we're going to keep posting.
We're gonna be in one. We don't care.
And also a few weeks before Free Comic Book Day, April 15th, I am helping put together a Comic-Con at Powhatan Middle School. So if any of you can come out, we're going to be there from 10 to 4 on Saturday, April 15th. Some of the folks that usually show up for Free Comic Book Day will be there.
I'll probably be there. You can get my autograph.
Tess will be there.
Tess will be signing autographs at the Richmond Comics booth.
So that will be fun. I'm working with one of our longtime subscribers is a teacher out there, and we've done this twice in the past. The last one we did was 2019
Yeah,
because 2020 sort of canceled those plans.
Hmm.
So we're looking forward to getting back out there. The couple times we've done it in the past has been a lot of fun. A lot of kids show up. So it's really, this is one of those things where we're looking at it like a community building thing. We really want to get kids excited about reading and about comics.
Read more books.
So we will be out there April 15th.
Saturday, right?
Saturday, April 15th, 10 to 4.
I'll be there too.
I will probably mention that every week between now and then.
What?
Yeah. I'll be talking about it a lot.
Great. So at least 4 of the 4 people that's here tonight, right now, will be the 4 people that will be there.
Yeah.
Because Jacqueline's not going to let me go to Powhatan by myself. I'm just saying.
That's how you come home with extra motorcycles.
It is. Yeah. I thought you only had 5 bikes. Where did the 6th one come from? Oh, oh no. It followed me home. Can I keep it?
I found this.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of stuff like that. Jacqueline is working. What are you working on, dear? Would you like to come tell everyone what you're working on?
No, I'm still working on it.
She's working on a book bracket so she can participate in the March Madness. So that'll be hitting our social medias at some point. So is this probably the first time Tess has heard about it?
Yeah.
Is this like tall men throwing books into baskets?
No, it is
No.
not. No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I found 16 books. Is that mathing right?
Yes.
16 books about basketball.
Oh,
They're going to go up against each other.
okay.
Fight.
That's interesting.
So if you
That's
didn't hear,
really cool.
16 books about basketball in a bracket will be posted by somebody.
Someone.
Jacqueline's putting it together, but she may pass it over to
Okay.
Tess or not. I have no idea. I stay out of that.
And then we were talking this morning, Book Talk, I guess, is doing a thing to raise money for trans.
Yeah, well, that's across.
Is it all
That's
social
across
media?
everything.
Also-
Yeah.
I first saw it on TikTok like day
Mhm.
before yesterday, so I
Yeah,
wasn't
the
sure.
trans rights. really
That's
fun.
so yesterday.
I know. I'm so far behind.
We'll talk about it more next week because that's the week. It's
Okay.
March 20th through 27th.
All right.
So it starts next week. So one of you are going, well, you are not going to be here. So you have to be here next week to talk about that. Because Tess is abandoning us next week. She expects us to do technology.
I know. I'm sorry. I would rather be here. Trust me, I would 10 times rather be here.
She's going to trust us with the technological
But-
advances.
Maybe I'll just take your place again.
We
Okay.
We
Since
I'll be
actually-
Tess. That means I get to be Tess next week.
Yeah.
we had fun this morning looking for all of the books in the store
Mhm.
about trans characters, and every time we thought we were done, we found more,
Yeah.
which
It
made
was
us
a lot
all
of
feel
fun.
really good about the books that we have in the store. Yeah, they're everywhere. So we have a lot of titles.
I'm gonna say that's a metaphor.
They're everywhere.
Oh, that was good. That was real good.
It was too convenient right there not to
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
This is how we're going to know who watches the entire episode. If you made it this far, leave a comment because
Yeah.
we would like to know.
Gregory.
Yeah, we would just like to know if you made it this far on the rewatch.
Oh my god.
I don't know what else to say. I got nothing. Someone just got here.
Ah.
Oh, hi, Rachel.
Yay.
See, I can't see that far.
I can barely read her name, but for some reason I can recognize the little icon there.
The little circle.
Yeah, that tiny little circle. I'm like, oh, that's Rachel.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Good job.
Yep. Well, I talked to her earlier today, so
Well, she just missed all the excitement. You'll need to go back about 3 minutes when this is over. From
Yeah.
that point, go back about 3 minutes.
yep.
Can't redo it.
What? No, I can't. You can't
No.
read it up.
No.
No, I've already gone there. I can't do it again. Once again, it's still called Unfiltered. If you don't expect things, if you don't expect all positive things, I don't know what to tell you. I cannot help you. I did see a new photo of Captain Marvel dropped.
Oh yeah.
I think yesterday.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
So with Brie in her suit.
Cool.
So it looks really cool. So I guess more of that's going to start dropping as we, because it moved it to November, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess more and more of that's going to start dropping. So,
Yeah, we should be seeing more Guardians 3 stuff soon, I would think.
the Legos hit April 1st.
Okay.
The Guardians Legos hit April 1st. What?
Her hair was blowing bubbles.
Yeah, the way I sit here, it looks like it's a nose, like a clown nose. There, she's blowing a bubble. There. Sit up.
Yeah, we watched the new trailer that just dropped for Little Mermaid earlier today.
Oh yeah, Gregory asked me to tell you to talk about it.
Oh,
I haven't
all
seen. I haven't watched that yet.
It looks great. It
So.
does. I saw on Reddit earlier today in a subreddit, the name of which I won't say because it's has bad language in it, but it was about some kind of movie details, and they were pointing out all the fish that were in different parts of the world than where this movie is set. And I'm just like, you guys have way too much time on your hands.
Like, why would you?
Like,
why?
Why do you care?
Why do you? Yeah.
Like, if the movie's fun and it's good, I don't care.
Like, so no one has told those people that mermaids are not real.
What? I disagree. I also we watched the new trailer for Super Mario Brothers.
They dropped another one.
Oh my! I think it dropped like a week ago, but I hadn't seen it. But like most of the trailer is them on Rainbow Road doing Mario Kart. It was awesome.
Funny.
You still Chris Pratt barely talks in it as usual because they don't want you to hear his voice. Yeah, but it was
The only
a lot of fun.
the only new thing I saw on that was where it showed like a battle between him and Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong just grabs him and just starts pounding.
Oh,
him.
in the trailer, he and Donkey Kong power up and or like move out together.
Really?
Like they're bros. They're broing out. Yeah,
That must be a different later on.
I guess. I don't know.
You just saw fan art.
Who, me? No, it was a part of the trailer that came out like a week or so ago. They've been dropping different parts of that trailer.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited for both of those movies.
And I know what Apple Plus has been dropping. They
Yeah.
dropped like 4 or 5 trailers.
What is
Like
the
this
movie that
past-
you sent me the trailer for?
What was the one with Captain America in it, dear? Do you remember?
Huh?
The trailer from Apple Plus with Captain America. Oh, it was Ghosted. Ghosted? Ghosting? Ghosted. I think it was
Yeah.
Ghosted.
Yeah.
Which it is not what you would think. So that looks pretty good. So
Yep.
so basically he gets ghosted by a girl, and so he decides to follow her over to England where she lives,
And is an assassin?
and she's a CIA operative.
Yeah. The trailer. It's awesome because it's Chris Evans being like, "Oh my god," the whole time while she is just beating up everyone. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah,
And
it looks
then-
really good.
Yeah, and then Ted Lasso
Oh,
trailer
God, I
dropped
can't
'cause
wait
it
for Ted
comes
Lasso.
back on tomorrow.
Oh, is it tomorrow?
I think it's tomorrow, right?
Ooh.
Is it March or April? Maybe it's April.
I don't.
What day
I'd
is
have to
it?
look.
It's Pie Day.
It's Pi Day. Yeah.
Yep, it's Pi Day. Yeah, new Mandalorian tomorrow, and then new Picard on Thursday, and then Shazam on Friday.
What?
Like there's a lot going on this week.
Shazam!
Shazam.
You know what else is going on this week?
What else? So
Nothing.
nothing else is going on.
Nothing else going on.
Wow.
Cool. We can go take a nap.
Maybe it's next month. I can't remember. I do know it's either tomorrow or next. It's the 15th of the next 2 months
Okay.
that we
It's
finally
either March or early.
Because I remember seeing it, and then I told her, I'm like, hey, we can finally finish watching season 2 because we stopped.
Oh God.
We stopped at a
Oh,
perfect
you
point.
stopped at the beard episode.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest episode of the whole series
Yeah.
so far, hands down. No
So
question.
we were like, hey, now we can go back and
Yeah.
finish.
I really like that show a lot.
And then Apple also had another one. It's based off of a book. It was called Silo, and I think it's going to be a show based off the book, and it's basically where something happened to the world, and now they all live in a silo, and it's supposed to have some big twist.
I think, and I would need Phoebe to correct me or the internet. I think it's based on a book called Wool.
Yes, it is.
Okay, that is one of Phoebe's favorite books.
Well,
I have had it in my possession for 3 years, and I have yet to read it. So maybe I will actually sit down and read it before it starts. Yeah, she was excited about that.
Because Wool is actually like multiple short stories, I think.
I don't.
Well, there's one, but then they came out with a bigger with like 4 different stories.
Okay, well, I think there's 3 or 4 books in that series.
But they're all short stories basically.
Hmm.
From what the page count that I saw when I went out to look to see what it was based on.
Oh well, Wool is.
Philip is the expert.
But I think that's the whole thing, though.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think Wool is the whole.
Okay,
Is what they
I got you.
is what they called the whole thing. Because I had to I went down a rabbit hole because I was like, this has got to be a book.
Yeah.
Because it was the trailer was too specific. I'm like, nope, this has got to be a book. So I did go down that rabbit hole. So it was some weird whole setup.
Well, the Phoebe's explained the plot of the book to me, so it sounds awesome. So
Yeah. So I think
Hoping the show will be
it's gonna be a series.
Yeah.
I think it or a handful of episodes. I guess.
Tomorrow I'm going to DC
I'm
because
not.
for Christmas my kids gave me tickets to a concert to a Canadian rapper named Sun Real. If you have not heard of him or listened to him, I would recommend it. He's pretty awesome. Very upbeat, positive, very Canadian. Raps about Boxing Day.
That seems very surreal.
Sun Real. S-O-N. S-O-N. Sun Real.
Yeah, I didn't go with my joke though.
No, I didn't. But I'm very much looking forward to it. I've liked this guy for a long time. It'd be fun to see him in concert. But other than that, I got nothing else happening.
No, I don't think I have a whole lot going on. What do you got going on, Tess? What's
Uh,
going on, Tess?
I'm on spring break.
What?
I know. Isn't this great?
So you're sleeping in, doing
No,
nothing?
I can't sleep in and I can't do nothing. I don't. It's pretty much impossible.
Fair.
So how's your haunted house?
It's good.
Okay.
Haunted house is good.
All right.
I don't get to spend much time there because I'm always at rehearsal. But my show opens next weekend, so that's all that
Wow.
matters.
It's not this weekend, but
No.
the following week.
March 24th.
Wow.
And where is your show?
Bright Point Community College.
Okay.
How many shows are you putting on?
6.
6? You got to do that 6 times?
I know, right?
Wow.
6 whole times.
6 times?
It's a lot.
Man.
And all of next week, I think we're scheduled for like 20 plus hours of rehearsals next week. So
I mean, they don't think you'll get enough of it after 6 times?
apparently not. Well, the 6 times hasn't happened yet. This is still prepping for
So
the 6 times.
I mean, by your 6th time, you should be good. Like, you
Right,
should just go
exactly.
right into it, right?
At that point.
I will say, every time I've gone to a show opening night, something hilarious has happened.
Yeah, opening
So-
night is always the worst.
Yeah, yeah. And by like the last night, it's like, it's
Nobody really cares anymore.
Yeah, we're
It's half effort.
gonna walk through this.
So we need to go opening night.
Opening night, 100%. Yes.
So opening night
Yes.
is when?
March 24th, 7
24th.
p.m.
Okay. I'm assuming that's a Saturday.
Friday night.
Friday night?
Friday night.
What? Oh, Friday night.
I know. I'm sorry.
Maybe
No,
not.
Our party plans are pretty booked on Friday nights.
Yeah. I'm usually on my end of the sofa with Watson. On Friday night, it's really hard to.
Yep.
We actually went out for like Friday night this past week.
It was weird.
It was really weird.
I had a wild weekend too. I had dinner with friends on Friday, and then I went to a St. Patrick's Day party Saturday, and then had dinner with my kids Sunday. And now I'm here, and I'm not sure how. It's a lot of interaction for
Yeah,
a
that's
short
a
amount
lot.
of time.
Yeah, we went out like Friday night, which we never go out to like eat or anything on a Friday night. So that was weird. And then we did it again on Saturday.
Wow.
And so it's like 2 nights in a row. And then we walked around like Home Goods or something.
Aw.
You guys
Yeah.
party too hard.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, but like that's way beyond our norm. So it's like, that's kind of weird doing that. But I survived. I don't think we have anything planned this weekend. So,
Scholastic cousin.
yeah.
Oh, right. You got those in bookcases.
So Scholastic Island back there will be under construction this weekend. So I do have plans on Friday night. So after the 7 p.m. close of the shop, Scholastic Island will be going under maintenance and will be 50% larger. Yeah, I think that's right.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
That's so exciting.
Wait till you see the sign.
I'm so excited.
The sign is phenomenal.
I haven't seen the sign yet.
Open up your eyes.
I just got Ace of Based right here in public.
So yeah, we got a new Scholastic Island sign, got new things. So all of that'll be, and I'll be filming it too. So that way we can force all of you to watch me build shelves and put Scholastic Island together with Jacqueline over there. Because she's got to take the books off and on. I'm not doing that.
And there's probably some dead boogers in there.
There's a what? She's saying there might be small critters living in Scholastic Island.
I mean,
Yes, I
everybody
put them
just
there.
wants to read and learn things.
Bookworm.
Bookworms. There may be bookworms in Scholastic Island. But anyway, so yep, that area will be growing as of, so new Scholastic Island will be operational Saturday morning, this Saturday at a Richmond Comics near you. Yeah, seem fair, right?
I mean, as far as I know, we're the closest Richmond Comics to everyone in the world.
That is my understanding.
Yeah.
Cool. Where you
Yeah.
going?
I haven't seen another one yet. So, yeah. So the other nice news is, because she may have told you this morning, but finally, since there is no HarperCollins strike anymore,
Oh, yep.
I finally got a response from Harper. So hey, guess what? Our last distributor that we need to have everyone as a distributor, it will be happening this week. So I filled out most of the paperwork today.
So where are we going to put the 800 novels I plan to order next week?
In your home library. That's where you
Yes. Yeah, you have to have like a base minimum to start when they do all your stuff. So I said, Jacqueline, we have to have this base minimum. She goes, don't worry, we already have $1,700 listed in the cart. I'm like, oh yeah, that's way above the minimum.
Yep. Yeah. So I think we talked about not long ago was adding more like science fiction fantasy novels. And we haven't really pulled the trigger on that because I'm not sure. Like that's going to be a thing that sells slowly, right? Just because of the nature of books. So if any of you have any thoughts about what if you would like to see different types of books, let us know. Email us, drop us a line, literally any social media at Richmond Comics, and let us know if you have ideas.
I will say the one nice thing with the Harper stuff, that's all the Neil Gaiman books.
Yeah. It's really frustrating when your main distributor is completely out of a book that is available everywhere. That is clearly not out of print. They just don't have any.
Like my Sweeney Boo books.
Yeah. So every once in a while, there's a handful of books that we're just like, I know these are available, but not to us right now. But and this will fix that problem. Thank God.
Yes. So, but it was short pickings there because they've been on strike for how long were they on strike there? 6 months?
Too long.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
it's a
long,
while.
long time.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to get all that stuff straight. So theoretically, by this time next week, we will have a Harper account with our first order put in. Actually, it'll probably be by Friday because I filled out most of the paperwork today, but now they want all this tax stuff.
Oh.
And
I
I
didn't
to
have-
prove we're real.
Yeah, and I didn't have all that with me to fill everything out. So I shall be working on that, and then we'll send that order off. Probably I'll get her to send it off on Thursday or Friday. So that'd be good.
Cool.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
That is exciting.
then I can get my Neil Gaiman books because there's some pretty. So I'm going to be ordering Neil Gaiman books because there's some pretty Neil Gaiman books.
Yeah.
And Sweeney Boo books, which I'm excited for.
The books I want aren't in print anymore, so I'll just quietly cry in a corner.
Yet they'll probably come back.
Well, I mean, it's all like fantasy novels I read when I was 16.
Yeah, but that's the stuff that's coming back now.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully the D&D movie does well, and that causes a new resurgence of popularity on the novels and all that, and then everything will go back into print.
So I've read a couple of reviews on the D&D movie.
Yeah.
So people who enjoy played D&D movie
Mhm.
says the movie is 100% what it needs to be.
Excellent.
So the people who don't know anything about D&D seem
Yeah.
to hate it
Oh,
because it's goofy and fun, right?
right.
It's basically a whole bunch of people getting together playing D&D. They made a movie.
So of the press tour that I've seen, my favorite part of the press tour has been Hugh Grant, because he clearly he didn't understand the material at all and was just like, just give me the script, I'll say the words. Like he did, like every time they do anything, they're always there as a group, and somebody asks Hugh a question about his character and he's like, I don't know, and he defers to someone else in the cast to explain it. He's just like, I don't know what's happening in this movie, no idea.
Oh my god.
My support for this movie is they made a Nerf battle axe, D&D battle axe.
Yeah,
So I ordered that.
of course.
Of course.
So
Wait,
maybe next week I
need
can.
another weapon in our house.
So maybe next week I can show you my D&D battle axe.
That'd be cool.
I can't do an unboxing on it because it's not really boxed. It's
So
just-
I don't know if you've looked at FOC yet this week.
No.
Gregory mentioned to me that Wonder Woman's sword is on FOC this
What?
week. Yeah.
I have not seen that.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Gregory.
I'm assuming that's on the Diamond FOC
I would think, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
because it wouldn't be on
He
the
was. He
Lunar.
mentioned it this morning. Yep.
Hmm. I still haven't filmed an unboxing of Sword of Omens yet. It's
Man.
still sitting right there. Well, Sunday we had to go to a funeral,
Mm,
so I wasn't really at home, and then it was rainy and
yeah.
nasty, and by the time I got home, Huh?
It did. It snowed.
on Sunday.
It snowed here for like 2 hours Sunday.
well, not at our house
Not in Hanover.
or Chesterfield where we were.
Oh, no.
Yeah, when
So
so
probably didn't hear that. It's probably fine.
yeah, Sherv showed up Sunday at like 5:30 and it had stopped, and he said he lives in Mechanicsville, and he said it had not been snowing on his side of town. So
No, it didn't snow at all where
Yeah.
we live, and then it didn't snow us going to Hanover or in Hanover.
Maybe
So-
it was literally just this area because
Could
I
be.
was at Brightpoint at that time. And I
okay,
was like, wow, it's snowing.
yeah, I looked outside and I was like, "Is that snow?" And somebody just came in. And they're like, "Yep, sure is." It was big fat flakes, so
Mhm.
nothing stuck. It looked pretty for about 2 hours and then it stopped.
Oh, there you go.
Y'all got 3 minutes, by the way.
What?
What?
I know.
How did that happen? Oh, we have 2 minutes.
Y'all always spend the last few minutes talking about how much time you have left.
Fine.
Time is a construct.
Time is a flat circle.
Well, obviously it's a construct because they did this whole move in time thing this past week. So
I
Oh,
hate it.
For the last time, though, right?
no,
No,
No.
they're discussing it. We'll see.
Trying.
but they discuss it every year.
They
Yeah.
discuss it every
Yeah.
year.
So they tell you, "Oh, you hate it. We'll keep it then."
I was trying to be positive, but whatever.
You know, if we could just get everyone to sit there and go, "Yeah, we don't care if you keep it or not," they'll finally get rid of it.
They probably
But if everyone wants to get rid of it, they're
They're
like,
not
"Ha
gonna
ha
do
ha!
that.
Screw you, kid.
Yeah.
We're the government." I mean, technically, our state could just say, "Yeah, we're not doing this anymore."
I mean, yeah.
Other states have done that. In other areas, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. So, all right, we'll get out of here because it usually takes us like 12 minutes to wrap up.
Yeah.
And my Tess is trying to hit the button the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, please let me go.
Yeah.
So once again, thanks for joining us. If you kind of enjoy anything that we're doing, please subscribe to our channel and like these videos. Look, the whole screen just moved.
That was my
Tess
fault.
just caused an
I-
earthquake. Hit the little bell button so you
Yes.
know the notification button.
Notification button.
Don't smash it though. No smashing.
Gently
Gentle.
caress.
And if you have other things you like for us to talk about or topics you would like for us to handle, we will. We don't care. Yeah, we'll handle a topic.
Will we?
Yeah, we'll manhandle it.
Oh yeah,
Down.
I will
Atomic
speak
elbow.
words into the ether, and no one will care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye,
we don't really care.
guys.
So bye.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh god.
no. Oh god! No!
I'm
No,
so
Jess!
sorry. I'm like looking over. I can't.
Not
do
yet!
it.
Not yet!